What's going on, Workforce? Bryan here, and in this special episode of Community Feedback, we really want to talk about the accusation that's just been leveraged against us regarding that EA is paying us to play Anthem or to cover Anthem fairly in any kind of regards. I wouldn't be surprised if other content creators, if EA's reached out to them. We've seen a lot of coverage from a lot of different big creators, and honestly, at the end of the day, I'd say good on them. But also, I know that even addressing this, there's going to be a certain population that's not going to even believe a word I say just because I'm talking about a game, especially published by a company that is held in such just disregard and such visceral. And to be fair, they've earned that title. EA has definitely earned the title of loathed company. What are they doing? And then at the end of the day, I cannot blame or fault anybody for feeling that way, for not wanting this game to succeed. I know a lot of people are rooting against Anthem. And at the end of the day, we're going to have to wait and see how it succeeds. But the topic of this comes at its root, where like just the other day, somebody was saying that, well, you're just being paid by EA to talk about this game. And I wanted to address that. This comes from Geodude TV, which actually I love the name and the logo. And he writes, "It's a money grab game. Not even paying YouTubers will fool me." And I kind of followed up with him on it because I was like, "Are you saying that we're being paid to cover Anthem?" And he replied, "Bingo! All of these channels that focus usually on one particular game or two are all of a sudden into a Destiny 2.0 clone. Something smells funny." And I think at the end of the day, we're making a lot of assumptions just on that fact. Hype is hype, and YouTubers and content creators are going to get behind any of that. Now, we've been talking about Anthem since easily into 2017, and obviously more frequently. We even started a podcast this fall about it, and we just wrapped up episode 7, which is on the channel now if you guys want to check it out. So if we're being paid, we've been paid either a long time or we've been playing the long game here. We saw something in Anthem that seems interesting and exciting, and yes, we're going to talk about it. Are we a Final Fantasy channel? We say this a lot. No, we've never been one. We're a channel that talks about games that we enjoy. You can easily look back at our first couple of videos. No views really, like as we were just starting out, but at the core of it, we have an amazing community that surrounds and likes a diverse amount of games, and obviously some of that content is going to be more popular than others, and we're going to work on all the content and everything that we really like to talk about with the same love and passion and respect for all communities in that regards. And so, I just wanted to address that because, yeah, we talk about Final Fantasy a lot. I love Final Fantasy. We're going to keep talking about it. Anthem, I can't tell you about the alpha, but I can tell you about the beta, which is going to be going live here in a little bit. And I said beta, and I meant demo. EA has never written us any checks. I wish they would. We haven't received any games for free. We haven't received anything. In fact, the most things that we've actually has been from Nintendo, surprisingly, at the core of it. And this is where I wanted to kind of get to the crux of it. There's going to be people who are going to cover this game poorly. There's going to be people who cover this game, with great positivity. It's going to range. In fact, it's probably easier, and if you're really going to bet big, bet on a negative video, because that's just, it is influenced by EA. People are going to be more drawn to negative type content on this channel. Negative channels grow far superior, despite the fact that people say that they want positive content. We are just drawn to negative content. It's a human nature thing. I take no fault in anybody who makes it or consumes it. But at the end, and then the whole piece of this is that are they paying? And since we're not getting paid, but yeah, absolutely. They've definitely reached out and partnered with various content creators. And you're going to probably see this more, and I would assume in the streaming world, as a part-time streamer or somebody who obviously makes that kind of content. People do pay for game coverage. People do want you to play their game and get it out there and be a part of that conversation. Now, as far as that practice goes, then it becomes gray. It becomes kind of murky, because are you then giving more favorable opinion of it, despite having no money into the pot or whatnot? For us, Nintendo, like I said, has been the only one who's really reached out, and they've provided us a free copy of Super Smash Bros. We purchased one, and Chris got the free copy so he could put out a review on the game. Now, Nintendo makes it very clear as to the various requirements. So we are required, almost by law. I would say probably by law. I'm not an expert at advertising law within the United States, but we have to tell people that we got at least a version of this for free. We have to put it in writing. Live streams, we have to say product provided by Nintendo. There are like A, B, C, all these different things. And a lot of young content creators do get caught up, do mess up from time to time. We see this like on Instagram and on Twitter. Advertising's everywhere, and people need a hashtag ad, hashtag free copy. All of these little values and different things that we have to put into practice to let you know that this opinion could be compromised. And that's, I think, where at the root of it comes down to it, is that are your opinions compromised when you are financially incentivized to cover a game? And like, again, it's going to have to vary person to person. Now, personally, I like to cover games that I like to talk about. I like to, cover them in a joyful manner from an exciting point of view. And that's just how I choose to perceive the world. We can harp on all the negative crap all the time, over and over and over again. I just don't think that's good. I'm also hoping to be something of a different option out there for people who want that, who want to watch, our content with their kids and feel safe about that. Would I cash a check from a company to cover their game? Yes, but there would definitely be some caveats there. Like, it has to be my own opinion. I get to say whatever I want, and then I just inform you guys of that. I think that that's where I wonder. That's where, it gets kind of a little bit gray for me. Like, are these content creators informing you of this? Because I believe they're required to, at least from Nintendo's perspective and what they've communicated to us when we were talking about Smash Brothers, and we still continue that with guides and different things like that. But at the core of it, I believe they have to actually literally tell you that. Now, you might miss it, especially from a live stream perspective. You just have to have it somewhere on the screen, or somewhere, I guess, in the description, or you have to say it at the top, the top of at the start of it. How many people actually take part in the start of it? How many people are that? I think at the core of it, just to summarize it all up, where we stand, where I stand personally on this, is that from a business perspective, which we are not full-time, creators, there are definitely people who are, and they have to look and they have to make those kind of choices. And I don't envy them. I don't look forward to that choice. I honestly don't ever see or want this to be my sole source of revenue. So that way I can try to remain independent. So I can try to always remain objective, because at the end of the day, when somebody offers you a large sum of money, we saw this with Rice Gum, we see this with Jake Paul, we see this with all these people, when they're just in it for the money. Yeah, you're gonna, they don't care. I have to assume they don't care. I don't know them personally. But for me, for Work To Game, for how I plan and how I choose to operate, is that I would let you guys, know if somebody was working with this, if we were partnering with somebody on this. And we do that with the one partner we currently have, which is weird because we've definitely been very anti-Nintendo beyond the games and the system, just within their YouTube policies. But thank goodness they changed that. We'd have to let you know. I wouldn't feel good about it. Like, if I don't have to pay for a game, that's something that I would let you know, even if I wasn't required to, throughout the entirety of any kind of review or video. However, we do pay for our games. We do buy our games around here, with that one exception, because we got a free copy, which, after working on this platform and just seeing just the amazing response that you guys have continued to give us, I have to say it did feel good. It felt there was some validation in it. It felt like that we were doing something and we were getting recognized for the hard work and effort that we put into the content we make, but also just in the fact that you guys have surrounded us with such love and positivity that it's just amazing. So to Geo, Do TV, you're gonna believe what you're gonna believe. There's like, I love the psychology and just the statistics about it. Just making this video will either, like, hard and fast push you into that category of, oh, they're absolutely getting paid. Maybe others will follow you in that regards, but also for those who are part of the community and know us more, then you would hopefully understand that no, we're not getting paid to cover Anthem. We're covering Anthem because it looks amazing. I can't tell you how it plays yet. Soon, join us for the live stream, and I'll happily share my thoughts there, and we'll also follow it up with that. And also the reason why you see a lot of other creators, you know, because it's something that's a part of the topic. Just like crossplay was a part of the topic, that things happen with momentum, things happen in waves. The reason that somebody is doing it is because people are interested in hearing about it. And that's why you're going to see way more content coverage of it going forward all the way up to release in February. So, are we going to keep talking about Anthem? Yes, we didn't start a podcast if we weren't intending on it, especially post-launch release, because this is a games as a service. This is EA. I know a lot of people are going to comment in the comments below saying like it's EA, they're horrible, and I can't disagree with you, and I won't disagree with you. In fact, I'd say if anything else, if you've been burned by them, you just play it safe, play it cautious. We don't know what we don't know about how the live service and all that's going to work. But as Work To Game, we're taking that on. We're gonna cover it. We're gonna talk about it because you know, it feels right. It feels like a good BioWare game at its core, and that's really where we're gonna go with this. So, guys, let me know what you think. Let's have that conversation. This is a short, interesting community feedback. Thank you, Geodude TV, for the comment. I really appreciate it. I hope this was informative. I hope this was informational, in a way, infotainment-y. But anyway, guys, for Work To Game, my name is Bryan. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you have a terrific day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Hey, it's me. It's been a while since I talked to you guys directly this way, but don't tell anybody. We've got even more epic content planned for this channel. The response has been incredible. We hope to see you. If you're new, hit subscribe, leave us a comment. I'd like to talk to you more about video games. I can't seem to speak my language. All right.